folks, and welcome back to the Grumpy Gamer channel. That's it, you guessed it. This is that channel where you get to see this old git talk about modern games. Well, for today's in-car comments, you may have recently heard that it's been confirmed that Resident Evil 9 is in the works. Now, what to me makes this even more exciting is the fact that it's being directed by the guy who directed Resident Evil 7. So what does this mean for us? Does it mean that it's going to go back to being a super scary game? For me, I hope so. Any of you guys that have played Resident Evil 7, you'll know that was a really scary game. And in VR, it was proper scary. It was off the charts. I mean, the amount of times I flew off the sofa when I was playing that on the PSVR 1. In fact, at one time I was playing it, and it was actually near the beginning of the game when your wife, I can't remember her name, she comes flying around the corner at you. I had two of my cats on my lap at the time. I literally went through the ceiling. The two cats were so scared, they both tried to get out the cat flap at the same time and broke it. Actually broke the cat flap trying to escape. They obviously, poor things, didn't know what the hell was going on. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, like I say, that was a really scary one, much scarier than Resident Evil Village. I'm actually still going through, I finished Resident Evil Village when it first came out flat screen, and I'm actually going through it on and off at the minute in VR. It's a fantastic game, yes it is, but it's nowhere near as scary as Resident Evil 7, and that was actually by design. You might be aware that when they looked at the stats of players who played Resident Evil 7, there was a huge swathe of players that never even finished it, and they said it was because it was too scary. So then with Resident Evil 8, they dumbed it down a bit so more people would actually finish it. But to me, I certainly welcome it if it does go back to scarier roots. You know, I love the Resident Evil games. I played the very first one on the PS1 when it first came out. I played Resident Evil 2. I didn't actually play Resident Evil 3 or 4 until, well, I didn't play Resident Evil 3 until the remake came out, and actually the same with Resident Evil 4. I didn't actually play that through until the remake, the VR mode came out for the remake, which I absolutely loved. I can't remember why I missed those back in the day. I think I was competing a lot of the time then, so my gaming did take a bit of a back seat in those years. But where I next jumped back in was on Resident Evil 5. I absolutely loved it. I've said before, I played that whole game co-op with one of my buddies. Would meet up every night and just rinse that game. Absolutely loved it. Went through it on all difficulties, unlocked all the weapons, upgraded absolutely everything. It was such a fun game. I can remember the only the only bad bit in that game really, which is like a famous meme if you like now, is when Chris punches that boulder. But other than that, that game was fantastic. We've spoken before about how now they're saying that Resident Evil 5 is not going to have a remake because it's racist, which, yeah, I can't even be bothered to go into that nonsense right now. It's a shame if it never gets remade, because I think it would be a great remake. But with the woke society we live in today, yeah, I can't see it anytime soon, to be fair, which is a shame. But anyway, Resident Evil 9. I'm not sure when this is due to come out. I haven't heard anything, whether it's within the next year, 2 years, who knows, but it is on the cards. One thing I will say, though, that I hope from the word go is that it comes out with the VR mode already there, rather than coming out flat screen first and then bring out the VR mode. I don't know. What do you think, folks? With all this news we're hearing that the PSVR 2 is dead, do you think we'll get the VR mode? Do you think that'll actually happen by the time we get to Resident Evil 9 actually being released? Do you think there'll be a VR mode? Do you think that the PSVR 2 is still going to be going? Me, obviously, I hope so. And with the success of Resi 7 and Resi 8 in VR, surely now all Resident Evil games, when they come out, should come out with a VR mode, because it's honestly the best way to play the Resi games. You know, like I said, with Resident Evil 4 Remake, it was just so much fun, so much fun. And in fact, I'm still going through that one as well. I'm doing it on hardcore at the minute. I still haven't finished that. You know me, I hop between games. I pick up a game, I play that for a bit, put it down, pick up another game, go and play that for a bit. I only just finished last week Horizon Call of the Mountain. Took me 11 hours, supposed to take about 8 hours. Again, you know me, I tend to take a lot longer with my games. I try and get every little secret and everything that I can find, and I take my time with them. I don't rush them. They just cost me a load of money, so why do I want to rush a game? But yeah, so Call of the Mountain, although to be fair, was it a great game? It was okay. Looked beautiful. One massive niggle for me was if you did use the right thumbstick to turn, it was so jittery, and that really annoyed me. It was real sort of game breaking. But other than that, the graphics were fantastic. Gameplay was pretty simple. It literally was just climbing with a few sort of on rails fighting bits with the creatures. But overall, it was a great spectacle, and it was a great introduction to the PSVR 2. Anyway, we're going way off topic. So yeah, I'm still going through the remake of Resi 4, which I will jump back into soon, and I'm going to jump back into Resi 8 to get that finished, because I would like to finish the whole game in VR. I haven't finished Resi 8 in VR. I haven't completed it in VR, so I would like to get that done. But yeah, so what do you think about this? What do you think about Resi 9 coming? Are you excited for it? Are you hoping there's going to be a VR mode? Let me know down in the comments what you think and what you would like to see in Resi 9. Give me some ideas of what creatures you'd like to see, what story you would like to see. I mean, I haven't seen any other sort of details really of anything about what it's going to be about. It's barely just been sort of announced by the director that yes, he can confirm he is directing the new Resi 9. Anyway, folks, that's it from me today. Please give the video a thumbs up. It helps my tiny channel massively. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. And until next time, folks, I shall see you guys on the other side. Adios.